There are definitely days where you would feel you're like the worst person ever, and then next day you'll be like you're fine with okay, I'm on a healing phase and I'm actually not a bad person. I'm not doing it anymore.
It seems like no matter how much I try to forgive, I look back at the memories of being hurt and still can't get over it. I'm struggling to forgive. How do I even begin to heal? Healing comes in phases. Personally, for me, when I feel that I've been met with kind of some sort of injustice, first I always put myself in a situation where, like, is this situation out of my control? Can I have done something to change it? And if I can't, then I have to move on from it, right? So I think that's the first step of trying to heal from that process. So then when that happens, how will you want your future to be without holding the baggage of the past that like kind of hurts you? Because I think personally I've also been in situations where, like, for example, like I have been in like friend groups that like you feel very misunderstood, then they kind of like backstab you. So I think in those moments you can kind of tell, like in situations that you cannot control where it involves a lot of people, I think people will be the way they are, and you can't force them to act the way that you want them to. So the only step forward is to kind of like detach yourself from a situation and make sure that like whatever feedback that you get from them, you don't take it too hard, because there's more sides to a situation, right? So I guess that will help in moving in the step forward of healing. People have their own difficulties in life, and that healing is not a linear progress, so that you all heal in phases and there's always going to be ups and downs in this whole process. That will definitely help in making you feel better in the future.
Healing comes in phases, and it's not a linear progress, but most importantly, you should learn to forgive yourself. So, as for me, I would say that yes, it's definitely not a linear progress, and it comes in phases, definitely ups and downs. There are definitely days where you would feel, I would say, you're like the worst person ever, and then next day you'll be like you're fine with okay, I'm on a healing phase and I'm actually not a bad person. I'm not doing it anymore, and that'd be a good day or a bearable day. So, but most importantly, it's consistency, right? Because the end goal is to forgive yourself. Because if you do not forgive yourself with regards to what issue at hand, you would always be blaming yourself, and having that victim mentality. As for my own, I can personally relate. I'm not perfect, and how I personally cope with it, I guess it's to a point that I actually went to a therapist and get it sorted out. Back then I thought therapist is more of like a Western stance on therapy is quite important, this and that. But I guess I give it a try and it actually works well. But you have to keep it open-minded and have an introspective viewpoint about it. And for me, it definitely helped. I actually been through therapy, and I would say go for it. To end it off, is that you just gotta forgive and learn from it and moved on.
What is something that you find hard to forgive, and how are you healing from it? Something hard to forgive is when somebody has done something bad to you and then it affects you for life. Some people just try to do relaxation activities to help themselves to heal from it. Do something relaxing that they think will get their mind off, and if the person has changed in their behavior, you can forgive them. If I'm trying to seek forgiveness from somebody but they don't forgive me, I would just move on and not bother about it, because I can't change what other people think of me and whether they want to forgive me.